welcome to my third vlog. So I'm actually just on the way back actually from my second vlog. But I thought I'll squeeze something in here, you know. Now I'm quite concentrated because I know I've got to take a turn up here in about a mile or so that I don't really want to miss, because I'm going to end up back in Loughborough. I don't really know my way around Loughborough very well, but anyway. So I've decided to talk about gear. And by gear I'm not talking about the grassy stuff you get in clear plastic bags. I'm talking about biking gear, and particularly my love of helmets. I don't know why. Like I said, I've been biking for 6 years and I know I'm still on L plates and all of that, but there's nothing to stop you from buying nice gear, because it will improve your biking experience no end. So for me, helmets are one of those things that I really enjoy. Don't know what it is. It's the kind of, because they're all like a little bit different, aren't they? I like, you know, the graphics. I like the fact that they feel different. You know, I suppose I'm in search of the perfect helmet. So what did I start off with then? Well, when you first get a bike, you might be tempted to, you know, to get like a 30 quid helmet, you know, because you might be worried that you might not, you know, keep it up and whatever, and I understand that. And in terms of safety, you know, there are some really cheap helmets that have fantastic safety. I hope that wasn't my turn. I don't think it is. Pretty though. One of the best cheap helmet manufacturers at the moment that I've come across is MT, and I think MT are a Spanish company, and not only do they have pretty good safety ratings, but they are pretty damn comfortable, I have to say. So I've tried on a few MTs, and they're, you know, you're talking like their top of the range helmets are like getting for 200 quid, and you're talking carbon fibre and, you know, nice graphics, racy, pin-lock visors, or pin-lock ready visors anyway. So pin-lock is, if you don't know, it's like a double layer kind of system where it stops your helmet from fogging up in cold conditions or in moist conditions. But my very first helmet was an AGV, and the reason being was because I'm a massive Valentino Rossi fan, and if you don't know who Valentino Rossi is, shame on you. Oh, slow down, crossroads. So it was a Rossi replica helmet, and it was an AGV K3 SV with a sun visor. Pretty nice helmet. I have to say, not the most comfortable helmet for me. Everyone's got a different head shape, and that's something to take into account if you're buying your first helmet. You know, there are different head shapes. You need to do a bit of research on that, because if you buy yourself the wrong helmet, it will be horrible. And also, oh, I'm going to turn right here. Here's my junction. Also, what you don't want to do, like I say, is buy yourself the wrong size. So they do suggest that you try on a helmet before you buy it. It does make sense, doesn't it? Now, you can just measure your head and hope for the best, but I'm telling you now, shoulder check. Oh yeah, I'm telling you now that helmets of the same size will feel different, a lot different, and they will be different sizes. It's bizarre, really. So I would suggest you go to the helmet shop, try on as many as you can, and write down the size which you feel fits you the best. A nice tight fit, but not too tight, so that you can't turn the helmet on your head. You know, if it turns on your head, it's not going to do the job. So I had an AGV, and AGVs are a cracking brand. They're an Italian brand, and of course, you know, they make top spec racing helmets which go up £1,000 plus. So what else have I had? I've had a Schuberth, or a Schuberth, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's a German company, and I actually had a helmet which was designed or co-designed by Michael Schumacher himself, because not many people know that Michael Schumacher, before his unfortunate accident, was a massive bike fan and actually raced bikes to some degree. So I had a Shoei SR1, which is a very stylish looking helmet, lovely clear visor. I mean, you can, when you pay a lot of money for a helmet, you know, the differences are subtle, but they are quite profound in some other ways. So got a crossroads coming up here, so just concentrate, boy. And cars are pulling out on me left, right and centre. So yeah, Schuberth are one of the top kind of touring kind of helmets, but this one was a race inspired helmet. So in terms of comfort, it wasn't all that, I have to tell you. Not the most comfortable helmet. Very small, obviously, you know, racing helmets tend to be very small for aerodynamics. Also, you know, make sure your chin is not touching the inside of the helmet, you know, because that's something else I find, particularly with brands like X-Lite, which are kind of a sister company to Nolan, also Italian. I love their helmets, but because they tend to be, well, the race helmets that I tried, I know I'm not a racer, it's obvious, I know that, but you know, they can be a little bit kind of oh, hello. They can be very close to your face, which is not good. So let me talk about Shoei then. Well, for me, Shoei create the best helmets that money can buy from my personal experience. Now, of course, Arai and Shoei are both Japanese manufacturers, very long, prestigious history. And I've never actually owned an Arai, so I can't really speak about them, although I have tried a few on and they were exceptionally comfortable. But if you put a Shoei on your head and it fits well, you will know exactly what I mean. It will just feel right. You know, the visor will be crystal clear, you know, lots of nice ventilation. You know, kind of, you can have a long ride and you don't even notice you've got something on your head. You know, that good. But of course, you're then paying for it, aren't you? So, you know, a Shoei NXR, which is what I have. I mean, in a sale, you can get them for about 250, 300 quid. Now, just because a helmet is very expensive doesn't mean it's got top marks on all the safety tests. No, no, no. There are some helmets that are considerably cheaper that are rated 5 on the star rating, and there are some very expensive helmets that, oh, now I don't know which way to go. Oh boy, let's go right. Yeah, so don't get taken in by the fact that just because something's expensive doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the safest in all the impact tests. So there are obviously other manufacturers. HJC are a quality brand. I think they're also Spanish. Also have a huge range from cheap to kind of pretty expensive, but they're the top of the range helmets. I think like the Alpha 11 are still only around, I think, 400 odd quid. So yeah, I mean, like half the price of a top spec Arai or Shoei. So yeah, if you're getting into biking and you're looking to buy a helmet, don't necessarily just go on the Newton Linford. Okay, I've never been here before in my life. Oh yes, I have. I came through early on. Oh, I don't know. So yeah, and I suppose I like actually collecting helmets. If I could, I do actually own about 6, I think. I've got a couple of Shoeis, got my old Schuberth, although my Schuberth, I stopped wearing it because, oh, I do know where I am. I stopped wearing my Schuberth because the chin strap actually started to fray. And you cannot replace a chin strap on a helmet, without, well, in fact I don't even know if you can, just the way they're manufactured. So, and it got to the point where it was frayed so much that I thought, you know what, someone once told me that I respect, because he was my instructor, that the majority of fatal bike crashes are quite often because the helmet has left the head. That's because, helmets aren't done up tight enough, or, not done up at all. And to be fair, it's true, sometimes you just forget. You just forget to do the helmet up. Done it before. Especially if you're in a rush, you nip round town and then you realise you haven't got your helmet done up, so. But anyway, I'm on the way now, on the way back to sunny Leicester. And I think my battery's about to run out, so yeah, thanks for listening to my helmet vlog. Hope I've said something useful. Obviously I've only got 6 years of experience, and there's only a certain amount of helmets I could actually get on my head, but I do love them. If I had a big house, I'd have a little kind of wall of helmets. Don't know why, it's a bit silly really, isn't it? But so yeah, until next time then, cheerio.